Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. So we know we have been living in a world of sexual allegations and accusations as of late. So many celebrities and entertainers being picked out to be brought into the limelight for past oftentimes many years ago, past encounters, past relations. And recently a man came out against Halle Berry, who claimed she sexually assaulted him at a party, and it really made Halle Berry boil. She recently ripped into a man who claimed that, she sexually assaulted him at a party. And the man who goes by Heath Wilson on Instagram wrote, bumped into Halle party at a party, said he was a little drunk and knocked the drink out of her hand. And he said he tried to apologize, but she grabbed me by the genitalia and said, "This is how you can say sorry." I told her no, but she persisted. I was lucky enough to get away, but imagine how many of her victims weren't able to escape her clutches just by telling my truth. And then he put hashtag who would stand with me, and Halle Berry responded, "I don't know you, bruh, and you don't get to make comments about me like this. I have never met you, nor have I ever disrespected anyone the way you have suggested. Now get a life and get the F off my page with that bull ass piece chicken grease." And following Holly's response, the man made his Instagram private. You can check out the full exchange above. And the source of this is Atlanta Black Star. And the men in the comment section, they was like, "Man, who turned down Halle Berry, etc., etc." But who knows if it's true or false what the brother is saying. But I will say that Hollywood, and just America in society is a very male chauvinist place. When it comes to the workplace, when it comes to power. A lot of men try to hide behind their power, and naturally it's in a woman's nature to desire to equal herself up to God, to desire the best, to desire to be around the best is in the woman's nature. Here in this particular scenario with Halle Berry, we will see what transpires from it. If the guy is just pulling her coattail, trying to maybe get her to feel what some of these brothers are feeling, but I will say this, women who have power, they could do the same thing, in all honesty, when it comes to mistreatment of people. Knowing that, hey, I can fire this person, I can get this person's livelihood cut off. That's a very serious thing, but in this particular situation with Halle Berry, the man claims that they were at a party, and that Halle Berry tried to force herself on him, and he turned her down. And most of the brothers like, yeah, right. But it's not right from men or women, no matter what perspective, no matter what angle you try to come at it with. It's wrong. Whenever you get, even in a marriage, is wrong. If one of the partners doesn't feel like having relations, hasn't consented to it, then no interaction should happen. Both people have to be in the mode, in the spirit of giving in that way. We shouldn't take from anybody that which is not given to us, right? So, it's a crime. Whenever you take from somebody, it's stealing. You're taking from someone that which doesn't belong to you, because even in a marriage, you think about it, that man, if he's not willing to give himself to you, sister, I mean, that's God's man. That's not, I mean, yes, that's your husband, but that's God's man. You don't own that particular individual. And vice versa, brothers. That woman is God's woman. We are just blessed to be, I wouldn't even say a steward. We're blessed to be a guardian over that which God created, right? That's her woman. That's his woman, excuse me. So we have to treat his woman and vice versa, his man with the utmost respect. That's morality. That shows character when even if you have a need in that particular moment, you know, your hormones are popping, but that person says no, you have to respect that, right? And I'm talking in relationships now, not just people willy-nilly, and even people willy-nilly, you know, randomly having free intercourse without any responsibility, which that's why our society is in the condition it's in, because, you know, people just laying with each other. And you know, like the minister said, sisters, you finally find that man that you love, that you're willing to, you know, he's willing to commit himself to you, but you've been with 5 or 10 other men, and then in the back of your head, here's the comparison thing, you know, because this brother did it like this, and but the new brother might not be able to do it like that. So you have to wrestle with that in your mind, when in reality the Creator wanted us all to be virgins when we get married. That's the way it should be. You know, you shouldn't have come into your spouse shouldn't have multiple sexual partners and you marrying them. No, that's not the way the Creator wanted it to be, you know. So keep chase, sisters, keep chase, brothers, until you find that one, you know, that you're willing to take the journey of life with. And nobody is perfect. We all have some flaws, some imperfections to work on, but you know, just know that it's worth it. You know, it is worth it, the struggle and the sacrifice. And if we would just follow our Creator's laws of, you know, not committing fornication, not committing adultery, a lot of these situations that we run into, you know, we would not even have ran into if we would just be obedient, right? So I know I'm kind of going off into some other stuff, but it's going to be interesting to see what transpires from these allegations against our sister Halle Berry. This is your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.